Achievement means moving forward. It means progress, growth, and the ability to build a better future. But here's the key. To move forward, you've got to have fuel. You've got to be driven by motivation, inspired by vision, and guided by ambition. And not just any ambition, no, it's got to be the kind of ambition that's pure, constructive, and positive. The kind that makes you want to build something of value for yourself and those around you. Now, let's be clear, ambition isn't greed. It's not about climbing over others to get ahead or cutting corners just to gain a little more. True ambition is an eager desire to achieve and make a difference. It's the drive to reach a new level, to do more, to create more, to live better, and to be better not at anyone else's expense, but through your own effort and integrity. Desire is where it begins. Desire says, I want a better life, I want to succeed. But ambition goes a step further. Ambition takes that desire and turns it into a plan. Ambition says, I'll put in the time. I'll work through the obstacles. I'll build step by step the life I've envisioned. Sometimes desire can be tricky. It can lead us to want things for the wrong reasons. Desire might whisper, be the best, by tearing others down. But here's the truth. Tearing others down will never make you truly successful. The world has enough destroyers. What we need are builders, people who strive to reach the top with integrity. That's the essence of real ambition. It's about saying, I'll build the tallest 5 building in town by focusing on my vision, by investing in my team, and by putting in the effort. So ambition is about seeing what's possible and going after it the right way. It's about setting goals, following through, and staying the course through storms and setbacks. If you've got the ambition and then the discipline to back it up, you'll make it. You'll build that tallest building in town, not by tearing others down, but by raising yourself up with hard work and perseverance. Here's the question to ask yourself. Are your dreams strong enough to pull you forward? Do they have enough power to keep you moving even when the going gets tough? Your dreams should be so clear, so vivid, that you can see the end result as if it's already within your grasp. And they should be worth every ounce of effort you put into them, no matter how long it takes. Think about the reasons behind your dreams. Reasons are what fuel ambition, and they're different for each of us. For some, it's the recognition. For others, it's the fulfillment of knowing they've done something meaningful. Maybe it's the pride of building something that will last. Whatever your reasons, make them clear, make them strong, and let them push you toward the life you want. Achievement isn't just about reaching a goal. It's about who you become in the process. It's about letting your ambition drive you to be better, do better, and ultimately live a life you're proud of. Every now and then I hear someone say, if I had $1 million, I'd never work another day in my life. And I think, well, maybe that's exactly why they don't have that million yet. Because if you just quit, if you'd lose your drive, your purpose, your contribution, then you're missing the point of wealth altogether. Wealth doesn't end work. It gives you the opportunity to work on things that matter. Let me tell you, one of the most powerful motivators for success is the desire to do something for someone else. Family is a great example. When you have people counting on you, people who depend on you, it pushes you to go further, to do better than you'd ever do just for yourself. I know a lady who, despite facing a financial crisis, worked tirelessly to keep her daughter in one of the best private schools in the country. She didn't do it just for her own satisfaction or pride. She did it to give her daughter a future. That became her driving force, her why, and it led her to achieve things she never thought possible. There's something special, something powerful about working for someone else's benefit. So what's your reason? What has you getting up early, pushing through the day, and staying up late? What fuels your ambition, your drive? At the heart of every pursuit, there's a reason, a purpose, a desire that keeps you moving forward. And here's the truth. One of the strongest motivators is self-interest, the natural drive. We all have to take care of ourselves to succeed, to grow. There's nothing wrong with self-interest. In fact, it's essential. But here's the key: self-interest needs to be enlightened. When I realized that self-interest wasn't a bad thing, that it could be a positive force if used wisely, it was like a weight lifted. See, there's a difference between self-interest and selfishness. Self-interest is about looking after yourself, but in a way that also benefits others. It's not about taking advantage. It's about growing together. It's about realizing that your success, when achieved through service and contribution, has a ripple effect. That's enlightened self-interest. But when self-interest crosses the line, when it becomes I win, you lose, that's when we've stepped into dangerous territory. That's the seed of greed and destruction, when we aim to rise by pushing others down. And that mindset, my friends, never brings true wealth. It may bring some gain, but it's hollow, empty, and never lasting. True wealth is built on service, on giving, on uplifting others as you rise. When your self-interest is enlightened, it leads you to wealth in all areas of life. You achieve success not at the expense of others, but in harmony with them. That's where true prosperity lies. And let me tell you, it's the kind of wealth that stays with you, that grows and multiplies, because it's built on solid principles. Enlightened self-interest leads to service-driven success, a success that benefits you and those around you. So take a moment to reflect. Are your reasons strong enough? Are they guided by enlightened self-interest? Are they rooted in a desire to contribute, to make a difference, to build something lasting? When you find those reasons, you'll find they have the power to propel you forward, to help you achieve more than you ever thought possible. And that, my friends, is the true essence of ambition and success. Some people say, I can't worry about others, I've got my own problems. Or why should I be concerned about someone else's bills? I've got enough on my plate with my own. And you know that's exactly why they'll keep struggling. That's the real trick. When you keep all your focus on yourself, you end up with a lifetime of those same worries and challenges. The best way to get that burden off your shoulders is to turn your attention outward. I learned this principle, and I'll tell you, it was a revelation. It changed everything for me. Now, self-interest is fine, but there's a right way to practice it. If you want your life to thrive, let your self-interest be enlightened. Think of it like this. When you stop keeping your attention solely on yourself and start looking to serve others, you're actually acting in your highest self-interest. It's a paradox, but it works. Instead of trying to hoard all the good things for yourself, share, give, contribute. Make it a priority to do something for someone else, and watch how your life starts to change. Here's another point. There's nothing wrong with wanting to receive. It's part of being human. But here's where the enlightenment comes in. If you want to receive, you've got to learn to give first. Some people might say, if I give, it's gone. But that's only true if you don't understand what giving really is. When you give, you're not losing, you're investing. And an investment by its nature should bring a return. You give in order to receive back, and not just the same amount, but multiplied. Bigger, better, greater. I'll tell you a lesson from my father. He taught me, son, always do more than what you get paid for. Now, some people might say, Jim, if you keep doing that, you'll mess up the system. Why work more if you're not getting more? But they're missing the point. I did it because it was an investment in my future. I wanted a life of abundance, and the best way to get it was to give more value than I was receiving. You do more, and that extra effort becomes a seed. Over time, it grows, and eventually it pays off in ways you can't even imagine. Let's say you're aiming for a promotion. You could go up to your boss and say, give me the promotion and I'll work harder. But that's not how it works, is it? The way to earn that promotion is to work harder where you are right now. Go beyond what's expected. So when that position opens up, your boss will think, look at the work Nancy's putting in. She's consistently going above and beyond. Just imagine what she'd bring to this new role. That's enlightened self-interest, doing more than you're paid for, so you become the obvious choice. So if you want to change your life, start looking at what you can give, not just what you can get. Invest in others, in your work, and in your future by always doing a little more than expected. That's how you set yourself apart. It's how you build a life of abundance, satisfaction, and real fulfillment. Making a sale, that's one thing. If you make a sale, you'll make a living, and that's good. But if you want more than just a living, if you want to build something bigger, something lasting, you've got to go beyond the sale. It's not enough to simply close a deal and move on. If you follow up with people, stay connected, show them you care, you'll turn that one sale into multiple sales, into lasting relationships. Send a thank you note, call them before they call you, show them they matter. That's how you transform sales into a fortune. Because when people feel valued, when they know they're taken care of, they'll open doors you never could have imagined on your own. All of us find ways to make a living, and that's good, but the real thrill comes when you figure out how to make a fortune. You might ask, Mr. Rohn, how do I deserve to make a fortune? It's simple. Serve people well. Serve them so well that they can't help but remember you. People go out of their way for those who take the time to give them real, honest service. And the greatest gift you can give anyone, your attention. Show people you're fully present, that they're important to you. That simple act of attention will take your career further than you ever could on your own. They'll guide you to more people, more opportunities, more success. So remember this principle. Always do more than you get paid for. Why? Because life doesn't respond to need. It responds to deserve. Life isn't designed to give us what we need. It's designed to give us what we earn, what we deserve. Once you grasp that idea, it's a game changer. You see, there's an ancient law, and it doesn't say if you need, you will reap. Plenty of people are hoping it works that way, but it doesn't. The law says if you plant, you will reap. If you sow, you will reap. Someone says, well, I really need to reap. Then what you really need to do is plant. Learn how to plant, how to give, how to serve so that everyone benefits. Because life doesn't respond to need. It responds to action. You can't go to the soil and say, I need a crop. The soil will look back and say, don't bring me your need. Bring me some seed. Bring effort, discipline, and service. Give it your interest, your time, and attention, and the soil will reward you with a return, not just a return, but a multiplied return. 2 times, 5 times, 10 times. You can't show up with just need. You've got to bring the willingness to work, to learn, to grow. You've got to be prepared to weather the storms, to pull out the weeds, to nurture what you've planted. That's the only way you'll get a harvest. Once you understand these principles, self-interest becomes something special. It becomes a challenge, an exciting opportunity to make sure everyone wins. Enlightened self-interest, my friends, is about making sure that as you succeed, others succeed with you. That's the path to true wealth, true happiness, and a legacy you can be proud of. Here's a fundamental principle. If you want to find, you have to search. And if you search, you will find. But make no mistake, you can't find without searching. It's not enough to sit around waiting for something to come to you. You've got to go out there and actively look. Go to church. Attend the seminar. Visit the library. Walk through the bookstore aisles. Enroll in the class, attend the training. Why? Because if you search, life has a way of giving back. You'll find ideas that spark a fire. You'll find inspiration that lifts your spirit. You'll find hope, new perspectives, and the connections you need. But you have to be out there on the hunt, always on the lookout. Life reserves its treasures for those who seek them out, for those who prove themselves deserving, not just those who need it. This is what we call enlightened self-interest. It's about giving so you'll receive, searching so you'll find, and ensuring that everyone around you wins too. Enlightened self-interest doesn't just happen. It has to be learned, nurtured. It says, I will grow. I will understand that life isn't just time passing by. Life is a series of rich experiences, highs and lows, successes and challenges, laughter and tears. Those experiences are what shape us, what build our character and our story, but none of it happens without action. You have to decide to act. And more than that, you have to have the discipline to keep at it. Here's something critical about discipline. One discipline impacts another. In fact, all disciplines influence each other. Everything is interconnected. Here's a powerful phrase to remember. Everything affects everything else. Nothing in life stands alone. Don't be naive and say, oh, this one thing doesn't matter. Of course it matters. Everything matters and all of it adds up. Some things may have a bigger impact than others, but make no mistake, it all counts. If you'd rather hit the snooze button than take a morning walk, that'll matter eventually. If you'd rather spend your money freely than save it, that'll matter in the long run. If you choose to work late every night, instead of spending time with your family, you'd better believe it will matter down the line. Every small decision, every little letdown affects everything else. If you skip that walk around the block, chances are you'll skip eating right, you'll skip reading the book, you'll skip going to the seminar, and you'll skip saving for the future. And over the years, those little things build up one on top of the other. It all matters. Each choice, each discipline, each step adds to the whole. Choose wisely, because what you do today shapes who you'll become tomorrow. If you want to find, you have to search. And if you want to achieve, you have to act consistently with discipline and with purpose. That's the path to a life of fulfillment and success. Here's the key to turning things around. Start picking up the disciplines. It matters, every bit of it. Every little step you take, every new discipline you adopt, it all counts. Now here's the exciting part. Each new discipline doesn't just stand alone. No, each one connects to the rest and amplifies them. That's why taking action is so critical. Even the smallest action, the one you think doesn't matter, take it. Because every little win brings momentum. Every time you accomplish something and you see the results coming back, it fuels the next step and the one after that. Before you know it, you're building a whole new foundation for your life. Let's say you start with a simple walk around the block. That small act can lead to bigger changes. Soon you'll want to eat better because you're already doing something good for yourself. Start eating better and you'll feel inspired to pick up a book. That book will give you ideas and might even lead you to start a journal. Once you're journaling, you're tracking progress, and that will push you to develop new skills. That's the magic of discipline. It all feeds into each other. And just like a positive action breeds more positive actions, a lack of action will spread through the rest of your life. The goal here is to diminish the lack step by step. One of our biggest temptations is to take it easy, to do just a bit less than we're capable of. We tell ourselves it's just one sale I'm missing out on, or it's just one day off. But here's the reality. Easing up isn't just about one sale or one day. It changes your mindset, affects your philosophies, and seeps into your home life and your relationships. Everything is connected. That's why you can't afford to slack. When you're working, work all the way. When you're resting, rest fully. Wherever you are, be there. Because if you're thinking about your vacation while you're working, guess what? You'll be thinking about work when you're on vacation. And before long, you've blurred everything together and lost the benefit of both. So commit yourself to discipline. Get engaged. Do what it takes to reach your goals. Get your health back to where it should be. Set your finances straight. Give your family the time and attention they deserve. When you bring discipline into each part of your life, it's like setting up a structure that allows miracles to unfold. I'll tell you something. Anyone who's serious about transforming their life can do it. I know, because I was there. At 25, I was broke. By 31, I was a millionaire. The world around me didn't change, but I did. I shifted my thinking, adjusted my philosophies, read the right books, took the right classes, and made those changes happen. And if it worked for me, it can work for anyone.